Maybe some more to come, sir.
So we can start. I think the students can keep on joining. Right. So, Shanu ma'am, recording has already been started. Okay. Okay. So good evening, one and all. I'm very glad to see all of you in our first open session, the IP University. I, Dr. Shalini Gautam, Head Outreach Associate Professor DME, would like to welcome all of you in not very nice weather. The basic purpose of this webinar is to inform you about the admission process of IP University, about the fee structure, about the scholarship schemes. As you all might be knowing that the IP University is an A-grade state university, and many of the students have the doubts regarding the admission process of IP University. So we will be taking all the doubts. There is a short presentation which we will be taking on the admission process of IP University. And after that, we can take your Q&A, right? So all the questions that you have will be taken at the end of the session. So without much ado, I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Ravi Swami, sir, who is the Director DME. Dr. Swami has a decorated and diverse educational background, PhD in Management MBA and Bachelor's in Economics from prestigious universities in India. He has certifications and trainings from B schools like IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta, and IIT New Delhi. He has an assorted list of subjects at his command and credits him with the excellence of multivariate teaching style. So without much ado, I would like to welcome sir and would like to request him to start with the session. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Shalini. I can see Professor Shanu is there, Rimsi ma'am is also there, and all the students in today's program. Now, at the outset, let us understand the purpose of this program. The purpose is to inform you about the university called IPU, number one, and then the admission processes, the placement prospects, all those things specifically about IP University, right? This is one part of the presentation. In the second part, as ma'am said, the question and answer session, that will be an open session. You can ask us any questions about any university and about any course. So I'll begin with the first part of the presentation, which again is divided into 5 subparts. So let me share my screen. It's visible, ma'am? Okay. So students, we are representing IP Indraprasth University today. And the original name was Indraprasth University. Subsequently, you know how the politics happens in our country. So names keep on getting prefixes and suffixes. So Guru Gobind Singh was subsequently added. But yes, the popular name is IP, Indraprasth University. As you can see, it is located in Dwarka. And we are going to talk about 5 things in today's presentation. Now, these 5 things include a brief about the IP University, then the courses thereof, the admission process 22, the fee structures, and towards the end, what are the various avenues which are open for you after these professional courses. Before we start with part 1 of the presentation, at the outset, I would like to clarify one thing, or rather, I would like to compare one thing. This is Dr. Shalini, has the screen changed?
Yes, sir, it has changed, sir.
The professional versus academic courses, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, students, before we begin our presentation, you need to understand the difference between an academic course and a professional course.
Sir,
Course,
excuse me, sir. We are on what will be discussed during the next 28 minutes.
okay, okay.
Now it has changed.
So students, an academic course like BA psychology honors or sociology honors or history honors or whatever, or BCom pass course or BSc, such courses, what we call academic courses, provide you knowledge, obviously, and they do enhance your knowledge. There's a system of examination, and the output is knowledge enhancement. On the other hand, professional courses like BBA, like BTech, like BBA LLB, BA LLB, hotel management, journalism, professional courses like these, they provide you number one, knowledge, number two, skills, how to apply that knowledge, and then a corporate ready attitude. And therefore, the output of a professional course is placement. Now, with the world moving towards globalization, privatization, and liberalization, and especially the Indian economy moving towards these three things, we find that professional courses are in demand, and academic courses, the demand for academic courses is decreasing day by day. And there's a reason for this. The reason is that government jobs are shrinking and private sector jobs are increasing. So the private sector needs people who are professionally trained, who are ready to start work, and therefore the need for professional courses stands established. Moving ahead, regarding IP University. Now, in Delhi, there are two major universities, although like Delhi is the national capital. So Delhi NCR has got many universities, I can say thousands of colleges, but there are two major universities, University of Delhi and IP University. And these two universities do not, I repeat, do not compete with each other. Rather, they complement each other. Complement in what sense? In the sense that University of Delhi is all about academic courses and IP University is all about professional courses. So let us see what this IP University is. Well, the university was established in 1998. Soon after Delhi got its partial statehood, Kejriwal ji is still fighting for full statehood. Now, rankings are something which are very controversial. So I'm not going to talk here about any rankings given by Times of India or India Today because there are obvious reasons, and all of us understand how rankings are received. So I'm going to talk here in this presentation about the rankings which are provided by government itself. So NIRF is the best ranking agency, National Institutional Ranking Framework. Well, students, in India, we have around 875, 900 or 1000 universities. Out of them, IP University's ranking is 79. What does that mean? It means IP University is among the top 7 or 8% universities in our country, right? So you may say that 79 is not so good rank, but rankings are always to be understood in an relative fashion rather than an absolute fashion. So in a relative fashion, in a relative manner, we can say that IP University stands among the top 7 to 8% universities in this country. Well, the ranking as far as law courses are concerned is very good. IP University's law courses are ranked among number 12 in this country. Means some people say IP University's courses, law courses are better than the new NLUs even. Then engineering, the rank is 86th. Business management, the rank is 51st, which again in relative terms means the BBA courses at IPU are ranked among the top 5% in this country. The NAC grading is A, and the university has got AIU's membership. AIU means Association of Indian Universities. Any university which is a member of AIU, its degree is recognized throughout the world. there are around 95 colleges affiliated with IPU, which are spread not only in Delhi, but also in NCR. So what is NCR? NCR includes the districts of Uttar Pradesh and Haryana, which touch Delhi. I mean to say Gautam Budh Nagar, Ghaziabad, Faridabad, Gurugram, Jhajjar and Sonipat. So IP University has got its colleges affiliated not only in Delhi, unlike University of Delhi, but also in NCR. Uh, then the university is having around 80 courses and the number of students is 81,000 at the present. The number of courses actually is more than 80 now. Well, this section may be of little interest to you. Who does not recognize Madam Tapsi Panu? So she studied at IPU. I'm just referring to for generating some interest. I'm referring to the popular alumni from IPU. So Tapsi Madam did her BTech CS in 2009 from IPU. Gaurav Gogoi, the famous novelist, he did his journalism in 2014 from IPU. Gaurav Gogoi, the deputy leader of Lok Sabha, he also studied at IPU. Again, everyone recognizes this fiery face, always shouting with his hand like this. So he also did his journalism from IPU. Guneet Monga, the producer of great low-budget super hit movies like Lunchbox, like Masan, like Zuba, and above all, Gangs of Wasipur. She also studied at IPU. So that was just to generate some interest. Moving ahead, we come to the second part of this presentation, which is the courses. Students, I would like to divide the courses into two parts. One part is stream neutral courses. The second part is stream specific courses. Let us try to understand what are these. Stream neutral courses are those for which no specific stream in class 12th is needed. Say, for example, you want to go for BA LLB or BB LLB or journalism or BBA or hotel management. You may have any stream in 11th and 12th. You are eligible for that. You may have humanities, commerce, science, mathematics, biology, even vocational studies, even open school. You are eligible for these courses because these are stream neutral courses. No specific stream is needed for pursuing these courses. On the contrary side, we have stream specific courses. So BTech, if you want to do BTech, you need PCM, physics, chemistry, maths at 12th. Similarly, for architecture, you need to be a science student. For pharmacy, for nursing, you need to be a biology student. And obviously for MBBS, homeopathy and Ayurveda, you need to be a biology student. So the courses, the list is very long, but I have divided them into two broad categories, stream neutral and stream specific. Coming to the next part of the presentation, the admission process. Again, students, two things are there. We can divide the admission process into two categories. Number one, courses for which national level competitive exams are existing. The right hand side, courses for which no national level competitive exam is existing. Say, for example, for BTech, IPU does not, I repeat, does not conduct its own entrance exam for the reason that already a national level exam is existing. So why to go for duplication? So there's an exam called JEE for which the forms are open. You can fill the JEE exam. The scores of JEE shall be considered for admission to any college at IPU. Similarly, for BALLB, BBLLB, sorry, the last date is not 31st March. The date is now extended and it's 10th of May. It's 10th of May. So for BLLB and BBLLB, again, since a national level exam is existing called CLAT, so IPU does not conduct its own entrance exam. Like for architecture, again, NATA is there. For MBBS, BMS, BHMS, all of us know NEET is existing. So IPU does not conduct its entrance exam. While for courses like journalism, hotel management, BBA, BCA. No national level exam is there. And therefore, IPU conducts its own entrance exam, which we call CET, for which the last date for filling the forms is 31st of May. So again, the admission process, two parts. Courses for which national level exams are existing, IPU does not conduct any kind of entrance. On the other hand, for courses for which no national level exam is there, IPU conducts its own entrance exam called CET. Now, another important thing is there that due to this fourth wave, I don't know how many waves COVID will be having. Generally, it is said that pandemics have around 7 waves. So, due to this fourth wave approaching now, we have a special provision of on the spot, or what we call visit and admit, or instant admissions. This is a special provision in 2022. You can visit any IPU college, you can finalize your admission then and there, but the condition remains that you have to appear for the entrance exam. So provisional admission will be granted to you. It's like a final admission, but then you will need to appear at the national the exam, which will be held subsequently. The next part of the presentation, the rupee sign. What does it mean, students? Well, I need to talk about the fee structure, and here I would like to stop a little to make you think that how do we decide in terms of fee? My dear students, we live in Delhi NCR. There are colleges like OP Jindal having a fee structure of 8 lakhs per annum. There are universities like MET, high fee structure, Bennett, very high fee structure, Ashoka University, 10 lakhs per annum. So in Delhi NCR, there's a complete range from very high to low to economical. We have an entire range. Yes, IPU is like the economy class rail compartment, and the reason is that it is supported by Delhi government. It's a Delhi government university. Therefore, you know that the government system is not regarding overcharging. So the fee structures are very reasonable. They are in the economy section, and the fee structure for any course you take, it's between 80,000 to 1,15,000 per year. And again, there are no hidden charges. No one can charge you additionally for picnic or placement once you take admission. We come to the related part, scholarships. Well, there's a very popular scholarship scheme called Merit Cum Means, and anyone who is eligible for this can apply. This is a Delhi government scheme, and I believe many students are benefited from them. Then obviously for the economically weaker section, for the SC, ST minorities, the scholarships are there. And last but importantly, merit-based scholarships by the colleges. Now, each college has got some scholarships of their own. Say, for example, Delhi Metropolitan Education is a college in Noida, Sector 62, which has got scholarship schemes, which Dr. Shalini will be talking about. Now I come to the last part of the presentation. I know you are waiting for the Q&A session. The scope of professional courses. So the first one is law. Students, if you go for a 5-year BA LLB or BBA LLB, 5-year courses are in fashion because they save 1 year and you get 2 degrees in 5 years. Say, for example, you go for BA LLB, you get BA, you get LLB in not 6 but 5 years. So after law course, you can put on a black coat and start litigation. You can become an advocate. You can join a law firm. Law firms are like Amarchand Mangaldas or Jetli and Bakshi. So many law firms are there. You can join a law firm, do a job. You can prepare for judiciary, become a magistrate. You can also join politics, because we find that in national and international politics, majority of our politicians are lawyers. So I generally say that for lawyers, politics is also an option. Barack Obama was a lawyer. Kamala Harris, the Indian origin vice president of USA, is again a lawyer. Gandhiji was a lawyer. Nehruji was a lawyer. Sardar Patel was a lawyer. So I generally tell my students that politics seems to be an option for the legal fraternity. So that's about the scope of a law course like BLLB or BBLLB. When I talk about journalism, we find that the the scope has increased a lot with the advent of OTT, over the top. Over the top means in your mobile you have everything. You have the world in your pocket, in the sense that you have Netflix, you have Amazon Prime, you have Sony Live, so many other things. A huge variety of content. So with this OTT, the scope for journalism has increased a lot. If you happen to do a BA JMC course, these are the areas in which you can have your career. Well, BBA is again a very popular course, a stream neutral course, and traditionally there are 5 areas in which a management graduate can have career options. We call them marketing, finance, HR, operations, and international business. So in all these areas, you can have a good career if you go for a BBA course. Well, talking about hotel management and catering technology, uh, the traditional areas are front office. Whenever you enter a hotel, someone meets you, someone greets you. He's the front office guy. Then housekeeping means maintaining the property. Food and beverage is the kitchen and the bar. And then after a hotel management course, if you want to be an entrepreneur, the best way is that you start an restaurant. And yes, India is a country having 18% of the world population, which means these food businesses do very well in our country. Now, BTech, I need to talk about in a little detail, in the sense that technology is something which is pattern oriented. When India became independent, civil engineering was at the top, then electrical, then mechanical, mining also at one point in time. But now, since this advent of this IT revolution, we find that all those branches have gone down. The scope for all those branches has gone down, and the branch which is the king these days, king or the queen these days, is BTech Computer Science. Well, talking about BTech Computer Science, within this there are so many areas in which you can have your career. Cloud computing is one area. People tell me that, or I've read that Sundar Pichai got his CEO-ship because of clouding only, because of his work in the area of clouding. Artificial intelligence, another huge area. Cyber security, obviously, whenever we make any banking transaction, we need to be safe. Then IoT, Internet of Things. These are the areas within BTech Computer Science. I am not referring to the scope of other branches of BTech, because I believe computer science and IT is a branch which is going to do very well. A lot of demand is going to be there in the coming 3 to 4 decades. Well, in the Q&A session, you are free to ask about these branches as well. So that's the scope of BTech Computer Science. We are approaching towards the close of the presentation. Architecture, yes. If you happen to do B-Arch, which is again a 5-year course, housing sector is one area, infrastructure is another area in which you can have your career. Now, if you go for biology courses, if you happen to opt for B Pharma, you can become a scientist. You can open a medical store, not a bad option. You can also become a medical representative. At one point in time, people used to feel that medical representative is a poor profile, but I can tell you these days it is not so. It's a very well-paying profile. That's all about the scope of the courses. And now I come to a very important question, which is obviously hovering in your mind, and that is, which course is best for me? My dear audience, let me tell you, nothing is good or bad for you. It all depends on you, and I'm going to answer this question probably in the next slide. So researchers find that this kind of diagram is there when you profile the people who did various courses. So in any given course, 25% of the people, the right hand side, they are not very successful. The left hand side, 25% of the people are outstandingly successful, but the majority of the people, the middle part, the majority 50%, they do reasonably well. They are successful. They are happy and contented in their careers, in their lives. So therefore, you take any course. What is needed? What is needed is the final slide of today's presentation. Well, my dear students, you take up any course, anything. The formula to success is that you need to have the knowledge, you need to have the skills to apply that knowledge, and you need to have the correct attitude which is needed for that particular profession. If you have these three things, obviously the success is yours. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for that enriching session. I'm sure that students must have taken lots of things from the session. So students, the session is open. In case you have any questions, you can unmute yourself. You can switch on your video as well now that the presentation is over. So you can ask any of the questions related with the admission process of IP University.
I think they can open up their cameras as well.
Yes, they can. They can, sir.
Okay.
They can unmute themselves. They can start the video. They can, you can write the questions even in the chat box. We will take it up on your behalf. So anything you want.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yeah, Ruchika.
Ma'am, I am Ruchika Kumari from Jharkhand.
Yes, Biche.
Ma'am, I want to do BGMC course. So what should I do for that?
Okay. आपको BGMC करना है तो आप CET का फॉर्म भरिए. You fill the CET form which is open, and you appear in that entrance exam CET for BGMC. This is one. ठीक है? You will get a rank, and through online counseling you can get the admission. Second, as I said, you can visit any college and you can also go for on the spot admission.
Sir, I am confused about entrance exam. Means कहाँ पे होगा, कौन से subjects पढ़ने होंगे उसके लिए, कौन सी
देखो बेटा, अभी तो सब कुछ ऑनलाइन ही हो गया है. एंट्रेंस एग्जाम तो ऑनलाइन ही होगा. तो अब तो पेन एंड पेपर का तो लगता है जमाना गुजर ही गया.
Yes, sir.
So entrance exams are in the online mode only, and there are a lot of advantages with those online exams. You can appear for those exams from any part of the world. तो उसमें कुछ सेंटर्स बनते हैं जहाँ पे आप जाकर के एग्जाम दे सकते हैं. इस तरह से नहीं है कि आप अपने घर से दे सकते हैं.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
सबसे पहली चीज है आप सीटी का फॉर्म भरिए.
सर वो मैंने भर दिया आज ही.
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. उसमें सेंटर्स आए होंगे आपको.
सर सेंटर्स तो के बारे में तो कुछ नहीं था.
ठीक है, वो आपको डॉक्टर शालिनी कैन गाइड. शालिनी मैम, आप रुचिका को अलग से गाइड कर दीजिएगा.
Ruchika, our counselor Rimsi ma'am is also here. So Rimsi ma'am, I would request you to please write your number also in the chat box. She will be directly in touch with you, Ruchika. So you can directly call her up and she can take all your queries directly, one to one, regarding your courses and everything. One thing also I would like to mention all of you, because this time DU is also having entrance. And many of the students, many of the parents with whom I was in touch with for last, couple of days, they are under the impression that they need to fill in just CUET form for the through which the DU admissions are taking place. I would like to categorically mention here that IP University is still not under DU University. They have not come under the CUET umbrella this time. So all of you are required to fill in the CET form separately and CUET separately. If you are looking for both the options, DU as well as IP, CUET form में CUET form के through IP University में admission नहीं मिलेगा. ठीक है, तो वो एक बहुत ही clarity चाहिए. CUET का form अलग है जिसमें 45 central universities है, उसमें IP उसमें अभी इस साल नहीं है. राइट, तो सीईटी का फॉर्म भरना इसलिए बहुत जरूरी है. लिंक मैंने शेयर करा है अपनी चैट में, जो IP यूनिवर्सिटी का सीधा डायरेक्ट एडमिशन लिंक है. I'll share it again. Rinsi ma'am has just shared her number. She is the direct counselor of IP University. For one-to-one query, you can directly get in touch with her regarding your courses, regarding the entrance exams. If you are facing any problems with the registration process, with the subjects with which you want to have, if you want to avail any scholarship schemes, we have some very beautiful scholarship schemes. Some scholarship schemes Sir has spoken about in the presentation, which are given by the IP University. DME, which is the affiliated institute under IP University, we are also offering the scholarship schemes. There are exclusive scholarship schemes for the meritorious students, right, who have got certain ranks and all in the various entrance exams. So all that information will be given one-to-one through Rimsi ma'am. So all of you can note down this number. I have also shared the WhatsApp group links where you can join in. I would also request all of you to get yourself registered on the registration link, which is mentioned in the chat box, so that the touch will remain, right? आपको कभी भी कुछ भी query है, आप सीधा हमसे बात कर सकते हैं. So all these things are for your convenience only. Any other question? Any other further question which you might have? Anyone else?
I'm getting a question from Devansh. What about the hostel facilities? He sent this twice to me directly.
Okay, so every college has got two options when it comes to hostels. One, colleges have their own hostels. Second, the model which is becoming more popular now, outsourcing. So closer to the college, the colleges do have some arrangements and what we call PGs. So PGs are very popular closer to the college, and hostel facility is also available from the side of all the colleges. So sometimes students find that hostels have got some strict norms. सोने का time है, खाने का time है, so they prefer PGs that way. So both the options are available.
It is all demand and supply, I can add, because हर कॉलेज के आसपास, हर इंस्टीट्यूट के आसपास, चाहे हॉस्टल हो ना हो, पीजी फैसिलिटीज अपने आप क्रॉप अप हो जाती है. So it's all demand and supply. So that the accommodation should not be a problem.
Yes.
Anyone else has any questions?
Ma'am, there's another question. Yeah, all of you can put it directly in the chat box also, but I got a direct message from Kanishka regarding the BBA and BLLB admissions. What is the last date?
For BBA and BBA LLB, two things.
So for BA or BBA LLB, either of the LLB courses.
Okay, so for both these courses, you are required to fill the CLAT form, which will be the entrance. For that, Dr. Shani, the last date is 10th of May.
9th May, sir.
9th May is the last date. I think DME is registered in the CLAT list as well.
Yes, you can check on the CLAT website. Our institute is very much there. So you need to register yourself on CLAT website 9th May and on the IP University website, for which the last date is 31st May. So
Okay,
both
Himanshi is asking whether IPU has got BCom LLB. Well, students, making combinations is easy for universities, but then sustaining those combinations is difficult. So we had combinations like BSc LLB, BTech LLB, so on and so forth, but all of them could not sustain. The only two combinations which are sustaining, one is BLLB, another is BBLLB. For BCom LLB, you may go to Punjab University, Chandigarh. That option is working very well at Punjab University. Ji.
Yes, students, any further questions?
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Anubhuti Gautam. I want to know that कि BJMC की last date कब तक है?
बेटा 31st
BJMC की बेटा last date 31st of May है. You can apply for CET even today.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And second option is, as I said, you can straight away visit a college and finalize your admission. The special provision which is there due to COVID's fourth wave.
I would request all of you to please join the WhatsApp groups and all. And you can get in touch with our counselor, Ms. Rimsi Sood, as well. And you can visit our college, Delhi Metropolitan Education, which is affiliated with IP University. And we can have face-to-face counseling. In case you are not able to visit, if like Ruchika was from Jharkhand and all, then you can talk to Rimsi ma'am. Otherwise, we would like to welcome you to our campus. We have got a beautiful campus in Sector 62, Noida. So you can visit there and get direct counseling from our counselors who are sitting there. And they will resolve all the queries.
Sneha Soni wants to know the fee structure of BA JMC. BA JMC or hotel management? It's BA JMC, na? Okay. Madam Sneha Soni, as I said, the fee structure is ranging between 80,000 and 1,15,000. For journalism, it's 80,000. 80,000 per year, all inclusive. And when you take admission in a college, then initially there are things like security or something. So they are around 14,000. So in the first year, you may be paying something around 95,000, out of which 80,000 is the actual fee. In second year, third year, you would be paying simply 80,000 per year. All inclusive. Ji.
Any further questions, students?
Hotel management fee structure, yes, it's on the other side of the range. It's around 1,15,000 per annum, because in hotel management you have a large number of practicals, preparing European cuisines and non-veg and all that. So the cost is little high. It's around 1,15,000 per year. But again, to reiterate the point, the range of all IPU college courses, the fee range will be between 80,000 and 1,15,000. It will not go beyond that. Ji.
Yes, students, further questions, please.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello, good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm planning to join BBA for IP University. So I would like to know all about the entrance exam and the syllabus for the same for BBA.
Okay, Madam TG, what's your full name?
Tanishka.
Okay, so Tanishka, the first thing, apply for CET right today. Second, start preparing for the exam, the entrance exam. And once you get a rank in that entrance exam, I must tell you that BBA is little tough as far as IPU is concerned. Little tough, not tough. So you can prepare for the entrance and you can get admission. The second option, as I said, you walk into a college nearby and you can also book your seat now. So which is a special provision due to COVID. Let us thank the fourth wave of COVID.
Okay, sir. So this special provision applies to all the colleges in IP?
Yes, it is. But that quota is limited to 10%. Only 10% seats are there for this special provision.
Okay,
Tanishka,
sir.
where are you putting a bache? If I may ask you, are you a Delhi student?
Yes,
I'm in
ma'am.
Delhi or
Yes,
Noida?
ma'am. Delhi NCR, yes.
Okay, where exactly in Delhi?
Ma'am, Indrapuram, near Noida.
Acha, Indirapuram. So I think from Indirapuram, ours will be the closest institute. If I talk from Indirapuram to Noida, it will be the closest distance. So I would like to welcome you to visit our institute, and you will get to know about all the information process about the IP University. So you can visit us anytime, any working day, Monday to Saturday, 9 to 6, we are open. So you can come and visit our campus in Sector 62, Noida.
Ma'am, what is the name of your institution?
DME, which is on my screen also, Delhi Metropolitan Education. You can
Okay,
visit our
ma'am.
website as well. I will probably write the website address here for all of you to visit and see the website as well, dme.ac.in. So you can visit the website. It is incidentally only institute which is affiliated with IP University, and it is in Noida. So we have got, we are getting many admissions, many inquiries from Noida, Indirapuram, Ghaziabad, all these areas. So you can very well visit our college in Sector 62.
Ma'am, one more question I would like to answer by Manish Thapa. Thapaji is saying that there are several universities for BB and IPU got ranked in chronological order. So does that mean it is not worth of doing from a lower ranked college? Thapaji, my simple answer is that who is the person who is providing rankings? Who is that? So that is the first question. And the second thing is that the best thing to do, don't go by the rankings. You simply visit the college, you ask about their placements, you talk with the faculty, or as we say, doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani, right? So this is the best thing. You visit the college rather than going for the rankings, because rankings is a jungle which no one has ever understood.
I would like to actually ask students, all of them who are not able to visit the sites, follow us on the LinkedIn pages and the Facebook pages and all. You would be surprised to know that the institute which is located in Noida, the highest salary which we have got for our BBA student is 10 lakhs this year. And this is not something which I am boasting. It is very well there on the website. You can check the aggregators also, collegedunia.com, collegedekho.com. It is everything is verified. So the highest salary which our student is getting after doing BBA from here is 10 lakhs. The average salary is around 3.5 to 4 lakhs. So
Okay.
You can very well visit the websites.
Okay, I think to close the session, we can simply extend an invitation to everyone present here to visit the college and have first-hand experience. Ji ma'am, we can close.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, all of you. Hope to see you all in our campus. Thank you so much.